Bonjour les amis et bienvenue chez Véro. I went shopping today after a quick trip to the French Riviera with friends last week. I came back to an empty fridge, of course, but fortunately, as you know, in my neighborhood, there are plenty of stores. There's also the Halles de Tours, which is the covered food market. So, little Trader Joe's and my best friend, Trader Jacques, I still use that bag. I brought it back from Seattle. Trader Joe's or Trader Jacques and I went shopping and we brought back quite a few things. I thought you might be interested in seeing them. One of the fun things that I brought actually was not from Les Halles. I went to the Nespresso Boutique. I have one of those Nespresso machines. I love coffee. You probably see it behind me. And I did pick up some of their little capsules made with coffee. And this one I really enjoy because it's a partnership between Nespresso and Café Joyeux, the happy coffee. And this is a company that gives handicapped people a chance to work in their coffee shops. They're all over France right now, and they have a partnership with Nespresso. So I did pick up some of these, and they're pretty tasty. I sampled it in the boutique, and I really enjoyed it. And to go with my coffee after lunch in the afternoon, I don't know about you, but I do enjoy some dark chocolate. And Nespresso conveniently sells squares of dark chocolate. And when I sampled this one here, I just had to get it because it is dark chocolate flavored with bergamot. And what do they call it? Some pink pepper as well. Imagine that. Dark chocolate, bergamot, pink pepper, and it's so good. So I'm looking forward to leisurely afternoons right after lunch when I lie down on my couch and do a little bit of reading. That's when I catch up with my favorite books. So I'll be doing that. And then, like I said, I went to Les Halles and got quite a few things. I did get some things so I could cook. So one of the recipes I have in mind with my pressure cooker, we call it autocuiseur in French now, is an orange lentil soup. Orange for Vero, what could be more perfect? And some of the ingredients, one of the ingredients to make that soup is a spice blend, which you probably know, garam masala. And I had to go and pick it up from a local supplier we have here, a great business called Terres Exotique, exotic lands. It's been in these parts for around 20 years. They trade incredible peppers and salts and spice blends from all over the world. And of course, I knew they would have that. And there is a business that sells the spice blend at the covered food market. So I picked that up so I can make that soup. For breakfast, I enjoy having cereal. So I did pick that up at the store. This is the brand called Aline and Olivier, and it's bio, organic, of course. And I like to have Fromage blanc, very smooth Fromage blanc on my cereal in the morning with a little bit of honey. So I did pick up some of that Fromage blanc at the fromagerie. And since we're talking about cheese, I might as well do this. France Fromage is one of my favorite suppliers in Tours at Les Halles. And I do like my goat cheese, and I live in the right area for this. So this is a fromage de chèvre known as une Couronne Lochoise. Lochoise from the city of Loches, which is in the southeastern part of the Touraine. I did ask for something that was semi-dry, and I cannot wait. It's very easy to slice. There cannot be a faux pas when you eat this type of cheese because you just slice it around like this, small slices, and it's perfect. And I also got a piece of cheese from the Aveyron region made with sheep's milk. And it smells divine. I might have that later this afternoon, actually. So this was my stash. And in the United States, I've mentioned this before, I couldn't find baguettes at the beginning when I moved there in 1996. Or good baguettes, I should say. So what I did is I trained myself to enjoy cheese with fruit and apples in particular. And because I lived outside Seattle in Washington State, we have incredible apples there, just as we do here in the Touraine region and in other parts of France. And there are a couple of apples I really love because they are crunchy and juicy at the same time. And I love having cheese with those as a snack. This one is the Jazz apple. And this one is called the Tentation, Temptation. You can see it's much bigger, but they are great. And I couldn't decide. So since they were at the same price, my friendly merchant said, well, why don't you just mix and have half and half of the Tentation and the Jazz Apple. They both come from southwestern France, the area around the town known as Montauban. What else did I get? I got some clémentine, little clémentine. These are from Israel, and they're like smaller oranges. They are pretty firm, but also not too tart, juicy. They're very, very good. I enjoy these. So I pick up quite a few of these because I go through them very quickly. So that was the fruit. I have salad in the fridge already. I did pick up a few other things. There is a quiche I picked up at my traiteur, the place where you can buy food that's already been cooked for you. And this quiche is lovely because it's going to be cheese. There's Gruyere cheese in there, and there's also tomatoes, and then there are some fresh herbs. So I'll have that with a green salad and my little homemade vinaigrette. I used the Jacques Pépin's recipe, which is basic, in a jar, just like he does. I have slices of pork. This is a rôti de porc, and I love having this cold with either mustard or very good mayo. So this and a green salad is one of my favorite lunches. And finally, there is here some, you can't see, I can't open it, but this is from the Poissonnerie, the fishmonger. And I got 2 salmon steaks from Scotland, and I will be cooking these, steam cooking them in what we call papillotes. So wrap them up in paper with some olive oil, some garlic, some herbs, some lemon, and just stick them in the either the microwave or the oven, and they cook very quickly. It's lovely. So I'll be making that later this week. Oh, and last but not least, how could I forget? Le goûter. Today's goûter. So today's goûter is a slice of far breton, F-A-R, far breton. This is like a flan with prunes. So I'm looking forward to sampling this for my little goûter. Oh wait, I was going to have apples and cheese. Well, we'll see later. We'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll get to enjoy it eventually. So voila, this was my little stash from the market today. I hope you've enjoyed discovering this with me. February is still a busy month for me before I hit the road and the touring season starts. I have a new video series coming up, and that video series was born out of suggestions that the France with Vero patrons made out of a survey we did at the beginning of the year. They said they wanted to know more about French life, meet actual French people. They also wanted to practice their French. So I'm very excited about this new video series I'll be launching in a few days. Of course, my patrons will get to preview the first episode in the series, and then you can catch the rest of those episodes as well on the France with Vero YouTube channel. So I'm quite excited about this. And of course, I'm still teaching in the evenings while I'm home French conversation classes. We're starting a new session this week, as well as the French for the Traveler workshop, which is now sold out officially and will be starting in a couple of weeks. So life is busy, you might say, but as long as I am here in the Touraine region, in Tours, I won't go starving. I know I have plenty to eat, to enjoy, to replenish my strength and make sure that I can last through all this until the touring season starts. All right, friends, this was fun. We'll do it again soon. Have a good week. Bonne semaine et à bientôt.